Thank you, Tony. Tonight, fallout from the Target 12 investigators' exclusive dirty little secret.
A local spa offering sex acts for cash, and Target 12 discovers a politician collecting the rent. Now the mayor of Pawtucket reacts to our findings.
I mean, even the allegations sitting on that council, even though it hasn't been proven, I'd close the place. That's me.
Tonight, we can tell you the Daily Spa no longer exists, and Pawtucket officials tell us it's not the only questionable business on their radar.
Target 12 investigator Tim White has the latest details from his exclusive investigation.
Mike, Susan, people we've spoken to in the neighborhood of 506 Armistice Boulevard in Pawtucket say the Daily Spa opened up 2 years ago, but shortly after we raised questions about what was happening inside the spa, the business closed up shop. The Target 12 investigators went undercover, keeping watch on the Daily Spa in Pawtucket. We observed man after man ring a buzzer and enter the business. Not once did we witness a woman show up for bodywork, skincare, or waxing.
All right, I'm out.
We sent an undercover Target 12 producer wired with hidden cameras and microphones inside the Daily Spa. Eventually, the woman dims the lights and propositions our producer using an obscene hand gesture to describe the sex act. He declines the offer, but the experience was consistent with online postings we found about the Daily Spa. The spa was in a building owned by the family of Pawtucket City Councilman Albert Vitale.
I want to talk to you about your property at 506 Armistice Boulevard.
506 Armistice Boulevard?
Yeah.
What's that?
The storefront property there. It's got the barber shop and the spa in it.
Yes.
Are you familiar with that?
It's owned by a corporation that my mother owns, yeah.
Paperwork found with the state shows the building is owned by a corporation in his mother's name, Armistice Holdings, LLC. But this is inconsistent with what Vitale told our producer on the phone when we called to inquire about a vacant storefront. He claimed to be the property owner, and while we were undercover, one of his maintenance workers claimed Vitale owned the building.
How Vitale is here? Oh, the councilman. Yeah. That's right?
Yeah. So you're saying you're not the owner?
I'm not the owner.
Your family is seemingly profiting from a business that's offering customers illicit acts.
That I don't know about, that I couldn't speak on. I may have to go to a meeting now.
If you could just speak to us about this for a minute.
No, I can't right now. Thank you.
Councilman, don't you think that people would think you're being naive, that you don't know what's going on in there?
I absolutely... If something's going on in there, let the proper authorities handle it.
You're not the proper authorities for this, taking care of this business?
Sir, I'm going into a meeting now.
Are you concerned about that connection?
Absolutely. I'm concerned about all the connection.
Reacting to our report, Pawtucket Mayor Donald Grebian says the police have been aware of the Daily Spa and 3 other locations in the city where there have been allegations of prostitution.
I'm concerned about those 4 businesses that we have in the city.
The mayor says the police have not yet been able to get the evidence to prove a crime.
If there's an illegal operation out there and we find out that it's a legal operation, then it's our job to prosecute no matter who it is.
Most likely the Daily Spa will not be one of those operations. Less than 2 weeks after we raised questions about the business, we returned to find it no longer exists.
I would have addressed it a long time ago. I mean, even the allegations sitting on that council, even though it hasn't been proven, I'd close the place.
Grebian says he has not spoken to Councilman Vitale about the spa, but he hopes this was the first time Vitale heard of allegations of wrongdoing going on behind the walls of one of his family's properties.
It's a perception issue. You're absolutely right.
And what's the perception to you?
The perception is that, you know what, it's a problem. If it's been proven, in my opinion, you've addressed it with him, you've brought it to their attention, and they're addressing it.
The lawyer for the corporation that owns the building has not returned our calls. Now, with 2 schools just up the street, a neighbor tells us they're happy to see the Daily Spa is finally gone. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.